To it right now. Let's start Paul's Fab Five. My bets for the week, I was 3-2 last week. I was 1 point from being 4-1 because Chargers won by 6, and I had them covering with 7 points. I was off on the over on Pittsburgh to New England because New England was defensively awesome, but I was right on Kansas City covering and winning, Baltimore going +8, and Detroit and Arizona hitting the cover. Hitting the over. So this week, Seattle's at Pittsburgh, and Pittsburgh is favored by 4. This has got to be because they're the home team, because they were not adequate on offense.
They're actually Pittsburgh, and
they're good defensively.
Neither team looked great in week 1.
Yeah, that's what I think. The Steelers are my wild card pick this week. I think the Steelers. I would take the Steelers in that straight up because I think they're going to beat the Seahawks.
You think they're going to beat the Seahawks?
It was +4, right? So they have to by a touchdown or more than 4, I guess.
Well, no, for our picks, it's just straight up.
No, but I'm saying if I were betting, I would take the Steelers.
If I'm betting, I'm betting, and I'm taking the Seahawks. And that's a great pick because it's one of my Fab Five.
Oh, it's a great pick because Paul Rubidoux picked it.
And I'm 600 for the season. I'm at 600 for the season.
God, I hate you so much.
My next one, the Jets. The Jets +2.5. The Browns are favored in New York. Oh, I think the Jets are going to win this game. Cleveland's going to go to 0-2. Yeah. Make some money off of it.
I have the Jets.
In New Jersey. Come on. Jets are going to win this game.
I think that's a good bet.
I think that's a great bet.
Shut up.
It's one of the 5 possible best bets this week.
Can I kibosh this segment? Because I already hate it.
Immediately when I got a winning record, it was just,
I'm the smartest. I'm a guru now.
I am. I'm the bear.
You know, you have to do something 10,000 hours to be an expert. You're telling me you've spent 10,000 hours betting,
staring at ESPN's gambling
at lines and over and under.
Also, other good bets. Baltimore, great offense, and Arizona's offense showed up late. I think it's going to be better next week. I'm not saying that this is going to be a great game, but it's going to hit the over at 47 points. Somebody's going to score. It's going to be 26-25.
Yeah, I don't know.
At least
this goes over if Baltimore scores over 30.
You think that's the only chance?
Way.
You think they will hold under? You think they will hold Arizona under 17?
Yes.
Oh, that's a very astute prediction off of this over. I'm still taking the over because I think it's going to be a nice offensive game. Dallas, Washington over at 46.5. Take the over. Cowboys scored 35 points this week. Washington offense looked okay. They scored over 20 points. This is going to go over. It's a divisional game. The NFC East is always a bloodbath when they play.
Yeah.
They're always high-scoring games. They fight it out.
Yeah, but I know based on the Eagles game, I would say take the over. Before the season, I said no way, but after watching the Eagles game, I would take the over.
Take the over, man. Always bet the over. Never bet the under in football. Life's too short to bet the under.
Do you have a?
I am becoming a Twitter account.
Yeah.
And I think
you're filling this role.
I'm betting on the Clippers for a second week. Or Clippers. LAC, man. Hey, 2K came out today.
Can you make that bet?
2K came out today.
Can you make that bet? The Clippers
You can bet on the Clippers. Clippers are probably in the lead on the futures for the championship right now.
Clippers are going to cover against the Pistons this week.
The Chargers are going to cover +2 at Detroit. Do you think the Chargers are going to win by a field goal in Detroit? Sorry, George. I think the Lions are going to be 0-1-1, and I hope you listen this week and next week when we tell you how the Lions, it's going to get better when they play teams that aren't as good on defense.
Shout out to my buddy Chance, who's a Lions fan and listens to the show as well. Yeah, I agree with Paul on that one too. Take the. You know what? I'll say this: your Fab Five, the only one I disagree with is Seattle because I would take Pittsburgh. That's the only one.
And I think that's just a choice, man. The one that I was not. There's a few games I'm not touching no matter what. Don't touch the Packer-Vikings game. No. Don't do it. No. Over-under's like 47. The Packers played in a game that was a total of 13 points last week, and the Vikings run offense was dominant. Don't touch this game. I'm not messing with that game. It's in Green Bay, so the Packers are favored.
And the Vikings are going to run the ball, so they're going to take more time off the clock.
Also, don't mess with Eagles-Falcons. I know Falcons did not show up in week 1, but it's a pick'em game with the over-under of 51. I feel like anything can happen.
They play better in the dome.
Exactly. Atlanta could score 34 points and win this game, and it hits the over, and you thought it was going to go under, and the Eagles were going to dominate. Don't touch those games. but take the Jets. Take the Jets to beat the Browns. Okay. That's it. Now our picks.